Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to just sit down and do a simple clay project and share it with you guys, and I wanted it to be much more chill, so that's why I'm doing it this way rather than like a voiceover or anything like that. So for today's project I wanted to make little pumpkin earrings because I do like to be seasonal every once in a while. So for this project obviously I'm going to be using clay, which I keep in my tin. I'm also going to be using some chalk pastels, which you guys have seen before, because unfortunately I don't have any orange clay on hand. There goes my parchment paper, the window's open. But I don't have any orange clay on hand, so I'm going to have to mix my own. Okay, I think for this, I'm just going to start with a white clay. With this dark orange pumpkin color, because it seems like a good color. Okay, and at last I've arrived at this very interesting orange for sure. It's not quite what I wanted, but I think the rest of it we might just have to fix up with paint because I feel like I've already added an ungodly amount of chalk pastel to it. It seems like it'll be like the right size for an earring because I don't want to make it too small because I do want to have the potential, I don't know. These look like the same size.
Yeah, darn cute. Oh my stars. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I want to see you wear pumpkins.
I kind of want to make them not so 100% circular because I want them to be a little more stylized, if that makes sense. Check it out. Is it gonna focus? Probably not. So if that's the top, I'm gonna mark where the bottom is, like the center of the bottom, if that makes sense. A little dimple. Because then I want to know where the lines, you know how pumpkins have grooves? I want to obviously know where the lines are. So I kind of got this situation going. So then we've got the grooves. I don't know why I've been in the mood to watch Nightmare Before Christmas. I need to make time to do that. Yeah, school today was good.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, it felt good.
Are your friends happy to see you?
Yeah, I think I did well on the elements quiz.
Woo! Rock and roll.
After I got out, I was like, how do you, I immediately Googled how to spell beryllium, and I think I got it right.
B-E-R-Y.
B-E-R-Y-L-L-I-U-M.
That's it.
Yes! It made me so happy, though. I'm just kind of bending it, I guess. Because I wanted to have more of that, more of a funky shape. Trying to, is it too chunky? It's chunky, Ma!
Chunky!
Is it too chunky?
You're so cute. It's up to you.
I don't think I mind it.
Oh, then it's fine.
Giving mango, a little bit. Well, that's okay. It won't for long. Okay, I need to find brown clay now. I mean, this brown will do, I guess. It's kind of why do my hands still look like I have Cheeto dust on them? Looks good with the orange, I guess. Obviously, lots of acrylic paint and, I guess I'm gonna do a wash because I want it to look rustic. So I guess I'm just gonna start by taking a little bit of this brown and I'm just gonna roll out a snake, and then I'm just gonna make a little indent in the top of the pumpkin for the stem to kind of nestle into. It'll just kind of fit in there like that. I mean, obviously I'm gonna do stuff with this, but you gotta get the basic, you gotta get it there. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of blending around the edges. I don't wanna do too much because obviously they're two separate things. I actually don't think I'm gonna do a face. I kind of like the idea of it just being kind of our cartoony pumpkin. That looks even more stupid. I kind of like the little curly Q, and I'm gonna try and make like maybe one more. It's giving pumpkin. I still don't know how I feel about it. It looks better in person. Not gonna lie. We'll try the other one. I thought this was gonna be like a sit down, like cute type of video. Instead, it is slowly descending into me not knowing how to sculpt a pumpkin stem and madness ensuing. This is the third time I've dropped this piece of clay. See, the problem with me is that I'm an absolute perfectionist. It's not perfect, no. I feel like this audio might be trashed. You know what, I'm just working on adding like, you know, like the lines, the grooves in a stem. My light is also very quickly dying. I prolonged it until I could not anymore. I had to turn the lights on because it's really dark in here. I mean, which makes sense considering it's like almost, what, 7 o'clock of an October evening. Ignore that the rest of the pumpkin's very rough. Just look at the stem. It looks really stupid in my opinion. So now I'm just going to kind of do more with the grooves. Some lumpy, bumpy texture. Think of it like almost like a wood grain, I want to say. My gosh, my eyes look in shadow. That's crazy. Here's just like a side-by-side comparison of before the ridges versus after the ridges. I mean, the stems are dorky. Nothing sticks out as like, that's weird.
No, it looks like it's part of your style, of whatever you're trying to accomplish. I can see it in the grooves in the side of the pumpkin too. It's just kind of the look you're trying to give it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, originally I was gonna do the silver, but I think I'm feeling more like this rusticy. Yeah, for sure. I don't have any earring hooks in that color at the moment, so we're just gonna pray that we can get some tomorrow when I go to town. But I have the eye pin. Well, I don't have an eye pin, so I'm gonna have to like make my own. It's not that hard. You just kind of like, you can not see that at all. There, you can't, kind of against my skin. You take the, like, I don't even know what these would be used for because they don't have like the little charm hook. Okay, and after a small struggle, I made them kind of like, yeah, I can see them. And then I cut them shorter because the ends were super duper long. And then we're just gonna kind of, I'm just bending the end a little bit. You can kind of see so that I'm bending it like this. So then there's like a little L shape because then it'll hold better in the clay overall. I'm gonna say that's the front side. I'm just gonna kind of like stab it through. And then there you have it, kind of like behind the stem. Here they are before baking. I'm really hoping they turn out well. Goodbye to the babies. So it's the next day. The pumpkins have been baked and they're cooled, and today I'm going to work on painting them. Sorry for the lighting. It's like really dark out, even though it's almost 10:30 in the morning. I can't really help that. But yeah, I'm really excited about painting these pumpkins and hoping that I can really bring it out more of the pumpkinness. I'm just gonna start with a little bit of the dark brown. I might want to water it down a little bit. I honestly don't know. It just feels like it's gonna be very like thick. Like I want to dry brush it, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. I guess we're just gonna start maybe with a small brush. I think this will work. So I'm just kind of going in like the natural grooves that I got in there last night. Yeah, okay, that is really doing it. It's so, oh yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I apologize for all the wonky camera angles in this video. It's not beautiful, for sure. But, I don't know. Part of me is just too tired to care. And I just want to have fun creating. Like, I don't want anything to get in the way of that. So here we have like the after weathering on the pumpkin body, and this is obviously the other one that I haven't done yet. I want to try a little bit of green mixed with a little bit of brown on the stem, because you know how like sometimes there can still be that little bit of green still left from when you picked it and it hasn't completely dried out yet. I kind of want to give it a little bit of that. Also, yes, this is a makeup brush. It works really well for paint. Because I think the thing is, if the stem was brown, then the whole pumpkin would just feel like it was very monotone. Like I want it to be neutral, a neutral enough pair of earrings. But I don't want it to be so neutral that it's boring, if that makes sense. Okay, so here you can see I added a little bit of like green on the stem just from that, as opposed to the brown once again. And the good thing about this is that if you ever go too overboard on paint, if it's on polymer clay and it's acrylic paint, especially the cheaper acrylic paints, you can literally just take good old isopropyl alcohol and a sponge and just wipe it off. Okay, so here they are. I kind of wanted to get them in some natural lighting for you to see, which is a lot more accurate than my light at the dining room table. I'm also going to be using 2 enormous safety pins to hold them because I can't really hold them and get like a good bit, so I'm just kind of doing it like that, just putting it on there. Am I in love with them? Sadly, no. I think it's this feeling I have, once again, that goes back to if it's not a huge project that I spent hours and hours on, I don't feel like I have any right to be proud of it. And here's the drying situation. You can see that this one is basically already dried because Mod Podge dries fast. And then the other one is more recent. So I did end up getting jewelry findings. They're not the exact same color, but it's close enough, and they're the only ones I could get. So we're gonna roll with what we have. So for these, you just open it up using a pair of pliers, and it just like twists apart like that, and then it's open like that. I don't think you can really see it. Yeah. And then it just goes on here, and then I'm just so that it dangles, and then I'm just gonna add the hook on like that, and then it's easy enough to honestly just twist it back with your fingers, and then you got them and they're good to go, ready to wear. Thank you for